Welcome back to Inside the Huddle, where I take you beyond the game and into the lives of Alcorn State's finest student athletes. I'm your host, Franklin Rogers, and each episode we'll get up close and personal, talking sports, struggles, and the stories that make our athletes who they are, both on and off the field. It's week 2, another guest, another sport. Got my guy,
Thomas Grime.
Thomas Grime. What's your classification, bro?
I'm a sophomore
Sophomore. Where are you from?
from the UK.
From the UK. I'm glad we got a foreigner on the show today. It's a change of pace from last week. Had Kenny on, one of our football players. Man, just tell me about your experience playing tennis. You know, coming from the UK. What's the culture like in the United Kingdom? How's tennis over there?
I would say, just comparing from college tennis to just tennis in the UK.
Yeah.
College tennis over in the US, it's intense. A lot of atmosphere, a lot of just a lot of shouting. It's very loud.
Yeah.
Back home, you're kind of on your own, you know. So there's not really much team tennis. College, you're part of a team, and that's kind of weird for tennis players coming over here.
Yeah.
From like Europe and places like that.
More of like an individualized sport, like
Exactly.
swimming or
Yeah.
a sport like that. And now
it's kind of nice to actually be part of the team.
Yeah.
You have a lot of support.
Yeah.
So
There's no club teams back home? Like, how do you feel like
Yeah.
your transition to being a college athlete and playing the NCAA? How has that helped you?
Yeah. So I do have a little bit of experience playing in a team, but nowhere near as like often. Like here, I'm training every day with a team.
Yeah.
Back home, I train maybe like once a month with a team.
Solo thing.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
very solo.
So how did you get into tennis back home, like as a child? Like,
Yeah.
What?
So it started. I think I first picked up a racket when I was around 6 or 7 years old. I think it came around. My parents had a friend who was moving house actually,
Yeah.
and they were just decluttering, getting rid of a load of junk they had, and that happened to be a tennis racket. They gave it to my parents, and that just sparked them to take me to the tennis club.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like very naturally a good athlete,
Yeah.
and I had good hand-to-eye coordination, so
Right.
I picked up tennis really well.
Oh, that's awesome. What's the biggest adjustment for you as a tennis player competing in college versus maybe just a kind of lone wolf tennis
Yeah.
player just competing on your own back in your own?
Yeah, I kind of touched on it already, but it's mainly like that atmosphere.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, like, it gets rowdy as hell and stuff like that. It's just, like, back home, it's like, if you go to a tennis tournament, like, you're just shouting, but you're shouting on your own, you know? You don't
Yeah.
have no one on the side cheering for you or nothing like that.
That is crazy. I would never imagine tennis. I mean, obviously as a football player, we have loads of people coming to the game, and you know, basketball coming up in the States. Sports are a big issue, but I thought you couldn't talk it, like the Wimbledon and like other prestigious. I thought like you weren't allowed talking during tennis, and like it's the same thing like with golf and other like more of like individualized team sports.
That's why college tennis is actually quite different
Yeah.
to standard just tennis across the world.
So as a student athlete, you know, you're kind of in your first couple years as a college student. How do you feel like you balance athletics and academics here at Alcorn State University, especially being so far from home and having to adjust to that new environment? You know, you feel like you got some more on your plate you got to balance with just not only being an athlete but being a student on top of that.
Yeah, so the one thing like that's really kind of tough is like the time difference. Like I'm 6 hours behind, so when I'm
it's
like
7 a.m. in the UK.
no 7 p.m.
PM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. So like, say I wake up, they're already like done most of their day.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like, okay, so I have classes in the morning, and then I have practice. So and I have lunch. There's not much time for me to then call back home then, and then after practice, because my practice finishes like 5 or 6 p.m. I've then got to think about calling back home if I can, but then it's already midnight back home.
It's already, yeah.
Exactly.
So vice versa. When you're busy and you're doing stuff, they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
And here I am, man. I think it's hard. I got a 1 hour time difference, man. I'm Eastern time zone. I'm calling my people. I'm like, wait, it's 11 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock here.
Yeah.
But with you, it's, what is it, 7 hours?
6 hours.
6 hours. Got to take a flight. Can't drive home.
Yeah.
So the long weekends are especially longer for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that a little bit, you know, coming from, you know, Northern Kentucky, greater Cincinnati area. I'm 12 hours away. I'm 1 hour, 1 hour behind, but at the end of the day, I can drive in a car and just get there if I had to. For you, it's you got to cross the Pacific. No, the Atlantic.
Atlantic.
The
Yeah.
Atlantic. What is one American habit or tradition that you really enjoyed but might still feel a little strange to you?
For me, I would
This
say
could be as a student
Yeah.
athlete, like someone who came over, okay, this is my first time in America, I'm in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Or you could just say maybe what's something new as just an athlete in general.
I would say there's a few things. One thing that really stands out is like tailgating, like a football game. We have nothing
Yeah,
like that
man.
at all. Like
Not even for soccer games?
Not for a soccer game, nothing.
Premier League? You ain't
No.
going to the pub before the game?
I mean,
and
yeah, but nothing like cookout or anything like that.
Really?
Like people just
Food?
Yeah, no food,
Okay.
and even like no music or nothing. It's just kind of like people maybe go for a drink or so,
Yeah.
and they just head to the stadium.
And do you think that's a football thing, or do you think that's tailgating for every sport?
I feel like for every sport,
Yeah.
like
That's a big culture thing down here, bro. Just what I'm saying with this is the part of the country where it's like the epicenter of college football.
Yeah.
But you go up, to the Big Ten and Pac-12 and, Big 12 and ACC, you'll have schools that are like having full-on meals. But that's
Yeah.
like, it's not stereotypical for this part of the country, but definitely like you're going to get fed
yeah,
before, during, and after games.
yeah, and that's just like I've never experienced anything
Yeah,
like that
bro.
before.
That's crazy. Tailgate. I thought people tailgate everywhere.
Nah, no, we barely even have like barbecues or anything like that.
Yeah, what's some new foods that you tried
Oh.
here after that's like not in Europe at all?
Catfish.
Catfish.
I love catfish.
You hear that, Brandon? Give this guy Thomas some catfish, man. Everyone's just awesome
Catfish, even just like barbecue chicken,
Yeah,
like,
man.
all that stuff. It's
The
just
seasoning. They ain't got
oh, yeah.
they ain't got slapping mama seasoning in Europe. Nah, that's crazy, dude. And it's like it's cool that I got you on the show, bro, because I enjoy talking to people from different states, and we got people from the Midwest, Northeast, people from the South, and everyone kind of talks about the food and the weather and the culture and this and that, but getting to pick someone to come on a show that's from a totally different country is like there's just a plethora of questions that I was kind of getting ready for the show last night and today, and I was like, okay, what am I going to ask? And I'm like, dang, like I could ask Thomas a handful of questions that'll be completely separate to what I would ask Kenny on last week's show, or maybe whoever I'm going to bring on next week, that may be from the States. That's awesome, bro. So barbecue, tailgating, give me one more thing.
I would say something like 4th of July or like Mardi Gras. Like,
Do you feel offended over 4th of July? Like, I know some foreigners that are like, oh, 4th of July, Boston Tea Party, like, they hate to hear it. They hate that, like,
I mean, I'm
we're
just looking at it as like a party as a whole. I think
that's kind of basically what
yeah,
it is. I mean,
yeah,
Independence Day.
we don't celebrate anything like that.
Yeah,
like,
man.
so
We ain't sending money to Great Britain.
no.
We ain't doing that no more. The 90s are over with. No, I'm just kidding. But how was your experience at Alcorn, whether the people, the community, the culture, how has that shaped you, not only as an athlete, but more importantly as a person?
Yeah, I think it's defo given me a lot more experience, and like it'll help me further in life when I've got to do something new, because this is like totally different
Yeah, dude.
to what I've experienced. And I think if I can get through this and be fine and have a great experience,
Yeah.
then no matter what's put in front of me in the future,
Yeah, dude.
I'll be fine.
Think about the situation as, glass half full rather than half empty type.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
had the
for
football
sure.
coaches saying the same exact thing to us in practice this morning. They're like, the reality of the situation is, especially as student athletes here, we see other universities, other schools may have this, may have that, but not a lot of schools have the perseverance and the grit. I think a lot of the athletes here, and I'm hoping that as the weeks go on, I can bring on some more people that talk about, hey,
Yeah.
like, if we can get through this experience here, specifically in Norman, our 30s and 40s are going to be nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And, it's hard as a culture shock. I thought it was a culture shock, and I'm from America, I'm from the States. For you, I can't even like really wrap my head around like your first time being in the States, you're living in Mississippi, like it's not the city. That's crazy though. How many other states have you been to in America?
I think I've been to 11 or 12 states.
11 or 12.
So,
So you got the gist of it.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Dang, that's awesome. I mean, if you could give advice to any other, specifically international student athlete
Yeah.
from any country, doesn't matter, thinking about coming to America, becoming an NCAA athlete, all the things that comes with the rules and the regulations of being a student and being an athlete and playing in America, someone who's from getting off a plane from whatever named country in Europe or Asia, what advice would you give them?
I would
Maybe
say,
not Alcorn specifically,
Yeah.
just
I would say just try and be as like as social as possible.
Yeah.
Make a lot of friends. That like having lots of people to hang out with helps. You know, makes you feel more at home.
Yeah.
Especially because like, I know for some people at first it's like you can be a bit homesick.
Yeah.
So just having that, just like good group of people around you can really help. And there's a lot of amazing people.
Yeah.
That you can find. So.
How have you handled being homesick? I'm sure it's hard being home.
Yeah. I mean, it was never a massive issue for me.
Okay.
But,
that's good.
Yeah. But I just like, if I'm feeling it, I'll just go and hang out with my friends, like try and distract myself, or maybe call back home or something like that.
How many people y'all got on the tennis team?
I think there's about 15, 16 of us.
So out of, say 15 players, how many of y'all are international?
I think
12?
12, yeah.
Is a girl from
actually,
Colorado, and then 2 people from Georgia.
Well, we got 3 from Georgia now.
Yeah.
And 1 from Texas.
Okay.
So we got 4
yeah,
Americans. So
that's awesome. And to all the fans out there that are watching, listening, kind of give us a brief rundown of what to expect this season. When does the official season start? When does SWAC play start?
Yeah, so our official season will start mid to late January, and then that'll run all the way through to the end of April, and that's like a very intense schedule. Like we average about 2 or 3 matches a week. So yeah, and then SWAC play generally starts later in the spring semester.
Okay.
So we'll sometimes do some pods, like where we'll play multiple teams across a weekend or something.
Yeah.
And we've been training hard. We've been practicing hard. We've just got a new coach. Our assistant coach has stepped up, and everyone's really excited
about that.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Do you feel like he's going to fill the role?
Oh, for sure. Like amazing.
That's awesome. Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me,
bro. Good luck this season, dude. To all your teammates. Hopefully, I'm going to get one of the ladies on here in the next couple weeks. Hopefully, it'd be another international student, kind of get their position and their gist of, life here. I appreciate you taking the time. This is Franklin Rogers from Inside the Huddle. Like I said, Thomas, I appreciate you coming on, and I can't wait to get back at it next week.